Willkommen zurück zum Deutschland. Ich bin hier. This is the banks of the Danube River, and I am in the city of, let me check out this little monument and make sure I say it correctly. Regensburg. Okay, that's the Danube River. That's the Danube River. And on the other side is the main city of Regensburg. And I'm here along this bike path, and I came across these interesting structures. Look at these pillars. And on the other side of this is a field, but there's pillars every 10 meters or so, and they look very ancient. Like these look Babylonian or Greek. And then you got a picture of the city. It says, Das mittelalterliche Wunden Deutschlands. And then it's interesting because they have depictions of what look like Egyptian gods paired with Christ and the disciples, and then some Greek and Roman stuff too. And then if you go into this little, I'm walking over these things. If you go into this field, you see them all around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's pillars everywhere with faces on them. And I'm gonna walk around. I don't know what this was. It seems to, with my understanding of Germany, it seems to maybe have been a Roman construction. So this tour is gonna be the city of Regensburg. It's gonna be an hour-long video. Skip ahead, I'll be in the center of the city. But first of all, let's check out these pillars right here. And you can even see on the top, there's the head of a sphinx with the hat with the snake there. And a Greek face. It's like an obelisk to history. You got the farmer there with the cattle plowing the fields. Maybe a little bard with a ukulele or some sort of stringed instrument. And then you got these Greek Medusa heads. And then those look a little bit demonic if you ask me. But it looks like a multi-religious obelisk. Look at this one. Something you would find in Egypt. There's a sundial here. There's another angry looking dude with some other faces with open mouths. And then the Egyptian imagery again. If anyone knows the history behind these things, I would appreciate a comment letting me know what it is. But as in, look at this, another one. And at the base it says Heroica. But I would appreciate somebody that would comment and write maybe a little bit more about what that is, because I have no background. I parked my van right here and it was the first thing that caught my eye. I've been waiting for the rain to stop. Finally the sun has shown its face, and I've been kind of standing waiting under this bridge. I edited a video in my waiting, watched some big old ships go by, the kind that you could rent a room in and take a river cruise on the Danube. But as in normal fashion of these videos, I'm gonna walk from my current location to the city, and you will see what I see. Los geht's. So I'm currently going up these steps on the banks of the river. My intent is to go over this bridge and directly towards what looks like a large basilica in the same style as the one in Cologne. Here's a big ship, not one for passengers, but one that carries commodities. That's what it looks like. And here we go. My van is right there. And here we go. Uncut videos of Germany and the world. Got a Vespa rider. Yeah, and this part of the river, there's locks there. So the type of locks where a ship can drive in, they can lower or raise the level of the water and then it can continue on. So that's interesting. And I did drive through this city last night. I stayed outside the city at a gas station rest stop for traveling tip. If you're in a van, you can always count on most gas station rest stops to have places where people in the big rigs, LKWs, can stay, and they also have spots for cars, and lots of times people will sleep there because you know that you're not going to wake up in the morning with a parking ticket. You also are very close by a place to get food 24 hours, which is not common in Germany, especially on the weekend, the day of Sunday. But yeah, I slept there, got up, waited for the rain to subside, and now we're here. I said I drove through the city. It's very interesting. The reason I wouldn't usually wait out the rain to stay at the city, usually if I'm stopped by anything, especially the weather, I'll just continue on and drive until the sun subsides. But I wanted to show you this city because when I drove through it, I was like mind blown a little bit, because it's a decently large town and the architecture within was even greater than those cities I was marveling over before, the smaller ones down in Baden-Württemberg. So let's keep going. We're gonna walk down this road by the river, and the first inlet into what looks like the old town we're gonna take. So why do I keep the video running when there's a lot of dead space? I think it's better context. So skip ahead. In 10 minutes, I'll definitely be within the city. Enough of my face. Let's see the sights. Here we go. You got these big metal fortifications so that the ships can tie themselves up. And here we go. It seems to be a city with not only normal residents, but younger students, I've noticed in my short time here. But that's where you guys come in the comments. Let me know some things that I miss, because I'm gonna miss a lot. I'm not gonna even check out the hill over here. I see some churches and other old ancient architecture all around this city. I'm just gonna check out the main part, which is kind of conglomerated right here on the banks of the river. And then maybe we can walk over another bridge that way and then back to the car. So that's the plan. You got a little parking lot here. Some e-bikes that you could rent. E-scooters. See a lot of people using those. And I'm thinking we can take a right by that Polizei sign right over there. A young German kind on his scooter. Let's go. Let's start the adventure. Off the main path into the city. As I say, you will see what I see, because this is my first time on this road. This is probably the first and last time that my feet will touch this exact spot in my life. And then my eyes will gaze upon these sights. Here's the Polizei with an old, looks like a, I'm not sure what symbol that is, but maybe, okay, that goes and curves to the right. Yeah, let's go down here. Let's start right here. I'm pretty sure I drove through some of these streets yesterday. You got apartments with gardens out there. My favorite English bay windows popping out from the sides. But the real stuff is gonna start in a few moments here. There's the police. I'm not gonna film them. That's their hub right there to my right. You probably could see out of the corner of the camera's eye. And let's see, can we go through here? No, private. That is private. So we're kind of on the outskirts. Kind of on the outskirts of the old town. The city will start getting interesting in a little bit. I think right when we get up to this street and take a left, that's when the history will begin to reveal itself. Okay, here we go. I'm planning on going this way, but let's see what's around this corner. This is the Fischelstraße. Alright, that looks good. Which way should we go? Should we go that way? Or this way? Let's go this way. I'd love to see the grapes growing on the vines over the houses. Some wooden garages. Purple colors. Yeah. And this is where it's gonna start. The views of the unknown. Yeah, you see these slanted roofs, those are different than what you usually see. Yeah, and this is where the altstadt will start. So you can go down that street to go towards the main highway. And we've encountered again. Does anybody know the history? I'd like to know of this style where it's blocked with different colors, sometimes different architecture. I wonder when that started, like the year. And the person, the architect, or the group of artists. Look at this motorcycle. That one, but this one, look at that. Extended bars in the front. Regensburg. The way I decided to come here was I saw a sign on the autobahn after I was in, I forgot, where was I before? Either way, yesterday I set out and I saw a sign on the autobahn and I just decided, that sounds like a good city, let's go there. So we're coming up on our first town square. And our first church here, look at that. With a statue of Mary in gold. Let's see. Is the church open? I usually don't skip the opportunity to enter a church, but I want to go to the main church before that one closes, and I'm not sure the time when it does, so let's make sure we get there. Through an alley. We are at Am Brückenfuss, Regensburg. Okay, there's other people taking photos, cool. I'm not the only tourist. And this. Oh, nice, okay. Look at this. Streets down with colors. You can see a church on the hill there. The pointed roofs. There's another church down that way, and I am gonna go this way. I didn't realize that I was on the other side of the river divide. If I would have known, maybe I would have started the tour right here. So here we go. Across the bridge. Nice, okay, this is cool to see. There's a brewery on the right hand side, right next to St. Catherine Hospital, an ice gallery, and then we got some nice walking paths by the river. I believe this is still the Danube, maybe just redirected on the other side for the big boats. This one is a little more local. Yeah, look at this. Going all the way there. And then here's the main church. So we're gonna walk in that direction. Join the crowds. The sun is out, dude. See all these clouds? They've been coming over for the last hours. Where it starts. Yeah, you can see students, I think, walking. Students, locals, and visitors. You can get a better idea of how big the city is after remembering where I walked and then seeing right here. All the way down there, it starts to be built up with old castles, structures. Look at this. The river coming underneath that hospital right there. Alright, this is where the adventure starts. The real adventure. You got more divisions of the river. A calmer side through here, which looks like maybe at one time it was used to produce electricity by using a wheel of some sort. Both sides very beautiful. Very beautiful. You can walk all up and down the river on that stone path. Yeah, the city is a combination of so many German cities that I've seen. There's even like a little part of the city here, houses and things like that. Parked up here for more river cruises, I think. Look at that, the river flowing over the dividers. Alright, we made it. 19 minutes in, we've made it. So we can go that way, or we can go this way, or we can go that way. Let's see here. Let's just walk straight on through, past the Irish Harp Hub. But to the right looked also pretty good. I saw a castle over there. Here we go, look at this. Picture of David and Goliath. There's a story in the Bible of David, a little shepherd boy, fighting one of the most feared soldiers of one of the armies, and that's that depicted on the wall there. Okay, now we're gonna take a right. Sorry about the noise from the construction. Marktplatz, some sort of city center here. You can go this way, or we can go this way. Let's go this way first. Who is that? I see a statue right here. We gotta check it out. Who is this man? So the more cities I visit, the more I see the continuity between them, you know? Similar styles all blended together. From North Italy all the way here to Bavaria. This is Don Juan di Austria. Son von Kaiser Karl V und Barbara Blomberg, Bruder von König Philipp II from Spain, Statthalter der Niederlande, born in this city 1547. Crazy. And this is that an S? Altstadt. Sun is coming out right by the Ratskeller. Nice. I see an open door. Look at this. That's some old architecture right there. And I've always been curious about the circular glass windows. Are those the bottoms of bottles? I feel like maybe I've watched too many pirate movies. I think that's how they make them, but maybe it is. And this looks like it's open. Let's check this out first, this way. That's open. So many alleys to check out. All the way down that way. And what do we have here? Old unused doors with ultra stickers. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to that open door. Check it out. Look at these old doors. Metal. I think this might be a museum. An art museum. So was this city? Did it used to be an Austrian city? That's kind of what I'm gathering from the symbolism and the statue that we saw. Here's some of the old monarchs. Max Joseph von Bayern. And this is Ferdinand II. But this was not Franz Ferdinand from World War II. He died in 1637. But maybe they were related. And this, Kaiser Ferdinand III. Check out this summer. Locked. But you can kind of see through the keyhole there. What is it? Can you tell? I can't tell. It looks like a chapel or an assembly room. Benches, and then a stand like at the front where someone would give a speech. Alright, let's keep walking through. Stained glass. And then these are the windows I'm talking about. Okay, these are not glass bottles, so they were made in a specific fashion now. And these doors, sorry, locked and locked. All right, let's go back out. There's the church. Let's do a loop. Let's loop around this way and go back to the church. Tourist information. So if you want to know what you're doing, you can go to the tourist center. I'm just going to walk. More side streets. But this looks like a marketplace that I'd like to see. So let's go. Little bakery there. Guitars. It says, I don't know what it says. Oh, look at this. Another Platz. Marktplatz. Look at that. It's a palace. It says Don Dietmar Palace. You see these little castle block structures? This is the Altstadt Hotel. And here's the statue, I believe, of Justice, Lady Justice, because she's holding the scales. Yeah. There's the letters SMR right there. SMR. Who? And this looks like it designates. It says in diesem Haus von something art. Dang, I can't read it. But I can see Kaiser Calder Fundfit Gendent Don Juan von Österreich. Guys, you're gonna have to look it up on Wikipedia if something like this piques your interest, because I don't have the information. I'm just a guy going on a tour, and y'all are with me. Good views from this angle. It's a nice architecture building too. We can walk all the way down there, or we can go down this little alleyway. I think we should go down here, because I see a church bell tower. There's a little pizzeria right here, Da Luigi Pizzeria. And then another. Looks a little brewery. It looks nice. People inside. I like places like this. Off the beaten path. That's why I tell people, go to a city, have a plan if you're a planner, but you gotta give yourself at least 1 hour to just walk through little alleyways, because you might never have found that spot. That looks like a restaurant for locals, because it's like low arches, wood, dim lighting, plants hanging off the ceiling. Ludwig alles Freitag. There's the church up there. And we go on and on and on and on and on. I'm walking amongst apartments. People living here on both sides, it seems. Steinergasse. We just came out of Steinergasse. And then we're gonna go this way. Nice view there. Oh man, there's so much to see here. Every alley is interesting. Is it open? It doesn't look like it's open. Yeah, it's locked. I can see the bowl right there. Oh, we gotta try, right? Yeah, it's locked. Look at this. Protestantisches Aluminium. Hello.
English?
Yeah.
Are you looking for the panoramic view of the city?
No, I'm just walking.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
We're looking at a map and it kind of says that there's a panoramic view from a church or something here.
You're looking for that?
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, I think we're basically here.
Yeah. Is that what the one that you're looking for?
Yeah, 8. And 8 says Holy Trinity Church, panoramic view of town.
I'm assuming that's going to be the biggest church, the tallest one.
Well, that's the cathedral down here.
Oh, that's not the one?
No, that's one. St. Peter. Here's my wife. She just popped in.
Hello. You know what?
You can go up the stairs. It's like a cultural center or
Yeah.
Somebody that lives here would obviously know.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Do you guys speak German?
Yeah.
No, I speak a little bit of German. I can ask for you. Let's see. It was a nice, I think, American-English couple. They were looking for a view of the church. And then it made me realize and happy that I know a little bit of German. So I took the little card that he was looking at and I asked some girls where the church is. They didn't know, but then I just told them to go to a side market where somebody's working and they'd probably know, especially if they work here in the city. Anyways, I was looking at this Protestantisches Alumneum. Obviously I don't know German as much as I should, or to give you guys historical context of things, but here's a picture of Martin Luther. So I'm assuming this has something to do with the Protestant church. Martin Luther, and this, who's this guy? This is Philip. Dang, I can't read that. It's in the old print like this, you see? The signs are all in like that old German print. So sometimes it's tough to know what they're saying. Alright, let's keep going. I saw another church down here. This actually might be the church they were looking for. Yeah, let's go look in the front of this church. Because on the other side, in the front, to the right, there's another marketplace. So that'd be cool to check out too. Private parkplatz. I'm done. Alright, is it open? Nope. Regensburg. Here's the front. Okay, let's check this door. It's got a big one. It's Oh dang, bro. It might be because it's Monday. It's not late. It's around 3 o'clock. So I'm not sure exactly why they're closed. Here we go, another market square. We can go this way. Look at these columns here. House der Music. Beautiful view right here. This is nice. For some reason when I saw the sun and the vibe of this little town, it reminded me of my hometown of Irvine. There's the couple right there. Okay. A little restaurant right there. And look at this bus. It's like a miniature bus. Normal buses are like that big, but that one's like a miniature city bus. That's cool. Theater. Theater Regensburg. Nice. And it looks like they have dates for plays and stuff. I always love to see cities that have active art scenes. Oh, there's someone coming out. Maybe I can go in. See what's going down. See it. Theater Castle. Ah, they have have like a cafe. There's a cafe and then there's a place where you can buy tickets over there. Nice. So that's like the place, I'm assuming, where they have the intermission. If they have a play and it's a couple hours, at the midpoint, people can come out, drink a coffee, have a beer, have some wine, maybe a little bit of food. And you could also buy tickets there. Cool. If you didn't know there was a theater in Regensburg, now you do. This is beautiful, especially with the sun. Sehr nett. Sehr nett. Let's go this way. Get the... See, this is a big bus. Well, travel bus. It's barely making its way through the city. Okay, I drove through here last night, I remember. Because I remember the bus stop right here. Look at these houses. Brauerei Neitninger Braustätte since 1530. So that's a brewery that's been here since 1530, dude. You can go down that way, that way. The main flow of traffic is this way. Getting on the bus here. Okay, I like cities like this actually. I like cities that are big enough that you walk through it and you feel like you've barely seen anything. You know, so it's big enough where you feel like you're in a semi-large town, but it still has a small town feel. Especially with the architecture, people walking slow, small restaurants, things like that. So let's walk. I see the river that way. Let's walk down this main street and go all the way to the church this time. Did you find it?
No, I'm pretty sure it's that church. And if you look, the tower,
Yeah.
it looks like there is a balcony around it.
Okay, but it's
that
closed?
Whole church is all closed.
Yeah, I tried to open one of those, it was closed.
Yeah, that has to be it.
Okay. Alright, have a good time. Hey, I have not seen Fachwerk in a while. I love the Fachwerk. Ludwigstraße. Okay, is Fachwerk mainly in Baden-Württemberg? Because I've seen a few towns in Bavaria and there's not as much. But maybe that also has to do with the war and the fact that it was bombed. But I'm not sure. Maybe somebody in the comments knows. Alright, so we've been in that square before with the Lady Justice. Maybe, let's just keep going. There's a bread shop. But we haven't seen it from this angle yet. At least walking through at this angle. Zum Elefanten. Große mittelalterliche Vierflügelange Langlange mit Turm und Späton umbauten. Interesting. I love these cafes. I love just sitting. Oh, that's a nice spot. Nice spot to have a coffee and write a book. Servus. Okay, so there you go. You can see the arches. We're heading in that direction. Before we were behind that building. No, we came out this way. So let's go that way. Or let's go this way. This looks cool. Cafe Lila. The pink cafe. Nice. This is a cool little spot. There's a cool little cafe in the corner there. People just chilling. Finding those spots is nice. Only by walking around. Nice, this is cool. Glad I went this way. Small street, getting smaller. Pedestrian only, I think. At least on this side. And you got people's front doors and little stores right there. Amor vino and amici. This is cool. Good vibes, definitely Italian vibes. That was a spice shop, I smelt it, it's really good. We got Patrick Starr representing all the way from America. So that was Hinter der Grieb. The street this way and the street that way. Let's go this way. Because I see a Roman structure here. And I want to check it out. Yeah, the more I walk around, the more students I see, so this definitely has to be a student city. Oh, dang. Okay. Let's go this way and left. It's a nice alleyway, too. And that looks like a church plot, so let's get there, but go up here to the left. Hemingway's. They have a bar called Hemingway's. Shout out Ernest Hemingway. There's actually a really famous bar if you ever go to Paris called Hemingway's. And it's at one of the most famous hotels that Princess Diana stayed at. So if you go to Paris, remember that. Bar Hemingway's. Check out that one. This street goes all the way down. Let's try to wind back to the church. And again, we run into a cool little spot. Look at that, the Westhaus. A Westhaus right here on the corner. That looks like a cool spot to check out. Because they got this private outdoor seating place. And look at this, this is cool. This view reminds me a little bit of Paris. Just, I think, because of the tin roofs. These tin roofs remind me of Paris in the sloping style a little bit. So the city got a little bit of everything. But if you walk through here, you can go to the restaurant. There's a little room, I think there's people eating in there. Or you can take a shortcut back to the church platz. Can you guys tell? Exploring is fun for me. Because when I start out the tours, I start out with just like, hey, this is what I'm doing. But like as I see more, I'm just like, this is sick. Whoever built this, respect. Here we are at another church platz with not only one church, but a replica of the Cologne Dome there. Maybe not replica, but similar style, Freiburg as well. And a guy playing on an outdoor piano, that's good vibes. Piano music is awesome. This looks like a newer part of town. Look at that little fruit and vegetable stand right outside the church. People eat, or there's a Coffee Fellows over there. This is nice. Bigger city, but still small city vibes. Let's go to the church. Check it out. It's good acoustics on that piano. There's lots of lights. Lots of light coming in on this one. Beautiful organ. Nice arched ceilings. Not as much detail. You can see a lot of white space, but they still got paintings and this. What do you call these things that are sitting on the altar? All I have in my mind right now is wood piece. I don't know the name of that. Got candles you can light. It's a beautiful church, beautiful location as well. Just directly in the square. So we're gonna go out on the other side of the church, if that was open. But instead, we're gonna go out the same door we came in. Oh wait, there's open here. It's locked. Drop my hat. So we're gonna go out and listen to the beautiful piano music once again. It's so nice, dude. I'm getting vibes right now. Because the market square next to the big basilica is similar to this. And then you got medieval architecture in the background there. Very nice, very nice. And then the city's big enough that it has a Galeria Kaufhof, which is like the mall. find our way to the church through this way. Yeah, it's got good vibes. Good vibes. Another small alley here.
Gleich die andere Straße, die
I just passed a really cool little gate. If that was your front door there, I think that's someone's front door. That's so cool. It's like a private garden front door right by the marktplatz. Gasse. Marktplatz Gasse. Some nice wood chest sets there. Oh, and then you can walk all the way through this little alleyway to another Gasse. This is nice. A little trinket shop. Another trinket shop. And then an old photo of Regensburg. We saw the statue. We're heading this way. We just were there. We started the tour over here across the bridge. My van is there. The Donau is confirmed, but there's so many more things that we can see. Like, look, historische Kirche. And but we got the main idea. We came down the main road, explored around here, went this way, came back. I think we were there too. Boom, bada, bing, bom. Really nice. Also has a little bit of Freiburg vibes as well.
Ja, also das war halt einfach zu klein.
Little street that way. Little Gasse that way. And this is Greek. Greek and German. Nice plant store, bro. But it's closed. What? A weed store. Is that literal weed? That's crazy. Maybe it's fake. It looked fake, the plant, but that's crazy that they legalized marijuana in Germany. So maybe now you're able to sell it in shops like that. In California, you definitely can. It's been like that for 10 years. That's beside the point. The point is we're gonna walk towards the church, and this is a beautiful view. So you gotta pay attention. Wait, start on the side. Let the lights come in. Colors, please. There we go. Und dann. Whoa. That's nice right there. It doesn't look real, right? Between these two apartments almost look like AI. Or that looks like AI. So we're headed that direction. I really hope it's open. That's a beautiful church, bro. Dang, son. Imagine if you lived here and you just had your coffee and you can look out over the marketplace. And this is another church next to a church. Very nice. Yeah. Hey, I actually like this a little bit better than Ulm. I like Ulm, but I like the fact that this city is, they have some hills, you know? So you can walk down and up, and that adds to the experience and to the architecture. Because when you're forced to build up a hill along winding streets, it makes for a good walking experience. That's what I'd say. And Europe is the best for walking experiences in cities. Got a fountain, that's what I was talking about. That English bay window, that would be a good spot to live. And here we are. We're gonna walk in, the door is open. Gothic style, intricate details on almost every inch. And this is another church right there. Maybe that one is like evangelisch and this one is Roman Catholic. This is a cathedral for sure. Dang, bro. It's like simultaneously both church and middle-aged castle. I feel like this would be a hall that the king would be coronated in. The ceilings seem to be over 100 feet high. And then we have a chamber down there. St. Peter with the keys. And these glasses with different figures there. Read that in German. For my English speakers, it said the graves of the bishops of Regensburg. Down there under the church. was a very grand cathedral. So the bishops, wow, look at that. Sidewall here, destroyed somehow. Sorry, let me get it up to the top. Yeah, look at that. And it almost looks like they built this out of that broken side of the church. Very common Gothic architecture on the basilicas here in Germany, especially. Like Cologne, Freiburg as well. And yet another church on the other side. It's so interesting how they have so many churches, especially since they have this huge one, you know? You think that everyone can fit in there, but it might be different denominations. And this looks like the old top of a church. Like maybe that was positioned way at the top of one of the spires at one point, and it fell off. But that, again, I don't know. And these look like new blocks. Could they be old blocks? It's possible. Look at that little thing too, bro. It's like a little bus train. Stadtrundfahrt. Drive around the city. Maybe it's like a tour that people can take. Let's check out this one too. It's like a church, but an art gallery. Interesting. Alright, we gotta check out who is this guy on the statue. There's other people filming, like a music video. The guy has a Ronin as well. It's like an artist, but oh, that's Ludwig, King Ludwig von Bayern, right here. And then here's the Stadtrundfahrt in this direction, going around the city. It looks like they're doing like some sort of photo shoot, but that's King Ludwig. Maybe we can go. Maybe we can go. Which way should we go now? Now we got decisions to make. I feel like I've seen the major parts that I want to see, but there's definitely a lot more. This is a good view from right here. Check it out. Alright, so I'm gonna sit here, gaze at the church, take a little break, and then decide which direction I'll walk, and then probably walk, or once I get to a new part of the city, we'll start filming again. And I realized that I believe those people are filming like a wedding proposal or something like that, because they're dressed in suits. Anyways, see you soon. Bis später. Bis gleich. And the tour continues. I've decided to preserve the continuity of the tour, so if you've walked this far, you know where we are. And we're just gonna go this way and maybe circle around unless we find something else interesting to walk down. Look at these guys. Who are these guys? Are these trumpeters on horses? I like little details like that, you know? Makes you wonder. There's a sign that says Biergarten right there. And here's an interesting style of fountain with the water just spilling out over and recycled right there. So let's keep going. It looks like we're gonna run into another marktplatz here. Yes. Nice. With more churches. Another Roman church right there. And I'd like to eventually end up there. That looks like another church. I thought it was a medieval castle. Conditorei Cafe. Use this way. And another church right there. Wow. I must have walked by 10 churches already. Okay, let's walk over to this one. Is it open? You know we're gonna find out. Yes. They're having mass right now on Monday. They were in mass right there. Okay, that looks like another place that we can walk. Lots of people. But let's walk over here in the direction of the medieval style church that we saw. It's a quiet courtyard. The front is this way. Let's check it out. Gravestones, or tops of gravestones. things you find down the side streets. That was a beautiful chapel. Beautiful church. Okay, let's keep walking this way. Nice, I see a river there. So we're gonna walk right out to the river. Zoom tight. Look at this. This is really nice. Very, very cool. With the seating right on the river. And these boats. Look at this. Another pedestrian bridge. People walking to the other side there. And there's like 6 boats parked. 2 there, 1 there, 1 there, another one on the other side. Look at this. You know what? I got totally disoriented. I thought I was on the other side of the river. I thought I had come in over there, but this is where I came in. That was the original bridge that we walked into the city on. Okay, let's keep walking. Let's go over the bridge there and get a better view of the boats. Look at this. So this is the museum of the history of Bayern. Look at that. That's a nice view of the boats, especially when the sun's out. It's so nice on the river, flowing very fast, as you can see. Cross and get a better view of these boats over here. Yeah, look at that. These are like dinner boats. This one you can sleep on, it looks like. The Danube River Cruise. And that's a really brand new apartment looking thing, it looks like. So I could walk across here and go in that part of town. But I think we got more to explore over here. What do you think? I'm thinking. It's been a good tour so far. But maybe... Let's walk straight down this path and see what we see. Right next to the Bayerische Museum. Oh, I guess this old wall built into these newer houses. That looks cool. Okay. There's another part of town down this way, but I kind of want to go inside this stairs. This is the Adolf Koplingstraße. Right underneath here. Let's go this way. There's the back side of that wall. Not sure what this is. Maybe it used to be a well. Here's the back side of the church we just were in. And look at this. Cryptas Erhadi EP. Down another alley. Okay. I have a question for those who made it this far. I asked it in another video, but I'm curious what the feeling of the Germans is when it comes to cameras, because it does seem like when I'm walking by, there's a lot of people who like either hide their face or kind of glare at me. But maybe they're just interested. But I have heard from other Germans that people in Germany don't like to be filmed. Not that people in other countries like to be filmed. I mean, there's some countries that people are like super down to be on a camera, but it seems like in Germany more than anyone else, people make an attempt to like hide their face. Where in other countries that I've been, people kind of just look and walk by. But here it seems like there's a concerted effort to not be filmed. I just wonder what that is, because I don't have that, you know, I don't have that feeling as much, I guess. So maybe it's a German thing, or maybe it's just a personality thing. Random question. Let's continue. It's a nice view. Got Mary on the wall here. We got a road here down to the church. Servus. Was this the church? Yeah, I think we were in this church already. The one that's, yeah, this is the one that was an art exhibit. Another church right here. Wait, this is the one? I don't know. I don't think I've actually been here. Let's check it out. This is Dachau-Platz. And it says Zugang zur Neupfarrkirche über das Historische Museum. Ah, there's the Historische Museum there. Let's keep walking. It's like a brand new parking house and cafe on the corner there. And here we're kind of walking further out of the city. I'm gonna try to walk around. Can we go in this way? This is like a private parkplatz maybe. With gravestones here. And another monument. What will we see? Will this be a gossip? Blocked. Alright, let's keep walking. Polizei. House to my left. And then what do we got? What do we got? We got a Roman looking guy for a what's around that corner? Ah, there's more things to see, but let's go this way. Los geht's. Dieses Weg. Kind of loop around the church. Okay, after we see this church, I'm gonna cut the video from Regensburg. I think we saw some good spots, enough to give you a good overview, ein Vogelperspektiv von Regensburg. Und dann, wenn du Lust hast, zum dieses Stadt kennen, visit, then you can visit on your own. Let's go. Das ist Heiliggeistgasse und das ist das? Ja, das hier ist die Kirche. The back side of the Kirche, I believe, right up here. But that sign did say that we had to enter through the museum, right? Was meint Arbeitsgericht Regensburg? Arbeitsgericht. There's the back side. So that's going to be the nave where the priest is and the statue of Jesus is. Is there another door? I don't know. Usually they have a side door, but this one does not. Dang. So we can't go in. But we saw the biggest one. Let's go left here down to the river. Past the Lire Beetle. Alright, y'all. That was the end of the tour. If you like these videos, I'm going to be posting more videos about different cities around the world. I'm still developing my style, my new style of less hyperactive YouTube, you know? More just like, yo, you wanna see this place? Well, maybe let's go. And then maybe we'll mix in some food vlogs. I just love learning about different cultures, so that's what this channel is about. It's about me, an American guy from California who goes to different places and gives my own opinion. That's a really cool window. I just looked in. Somebody had the window open and just books all along the windowsill with plants next to it. Perfect. I love reading, by the way. So if you have good book recommendations about history, I'd love to take them. Comment below. What book am I reading right now? I'm reading a book about a guy named Sherlock Holmes. It's not a historic book, but it's a old enough book. Willkommen zum Nuremburg. I am in the northern city of Bavaria, Nuremberg, Germany. A city in northern Bavaria. And I'm right out here on this city walk outside of this old castle wall. And let's see, are we gonna start outside or are we gonna walk down this bike path? Alright, this is my first time exploring the city. I've been to the Nuremburg ring for a DTM race one time back in 2017, but this is my first time walking around the city like this. So if you want to see the Altstadt, I'm in the Altstadt. It's a really big city. Look at this place. Does someone live there? Has a number. Has some Fachwerk outside these old stones. But yeah, I'm gonna explore the Altstadt here for the next 30 minutes to an hour. And if you'd like to see, come along for the ride. I parked my car outside of the Altstadt. And you got some apartments right next to this old wall. Let's just see what we see. And you'll see what I see. This is my first time. Check out this defense wall. On the other side is a pretty main street heading down to the Bahnhof. And I am at Laufe Tormauer, according to that sign. We're just gonna walk along this wall until we get to the main part of the city. I saw the church spires, so I'm gonna go in that direction. Los geht's. Let's check it out, man. Let's check it out. Nuremberg, Germany. Old town. Starts here. I think we'll walk down here. That was got all the ultra stickers here. Okay. I'm not sure where I'm gonna end up, because this is my first time. Oh, that looks cool over there. So let's just go straight on through. Fischergasse. Fischergasse. Okay, I see so many Fischergasse signs in every German city. Does that have to do with fishing? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Alright, we're coming up on a river. Okay, there's the church, so that's my direction. Look at this. What river is this? I do not know. Let's keep going now. I hear kids screaming. I think it's a school area. There's a teacher walking with some kids. Check that out. Yeah, this is the Altstadt here.
Ich bin der erste Geldesser.
There's so much to see here. I'm only gonna get to see a very small part.
Hallo.
Hello.
Kann ich auch rein?
Kids are like, oh, look at this, they're playing. Looks like a school there. But we're gonna walk on this way. Yeah, every time I pass kids that are younger than 20, they're like, YouTube, YouTube. It's kind of funny. It's funny because when I was that young, YouTube didn't even exist. You know what I mean? So, as someone that makes YouTube videos, I'm like the older version. I feel really old when little kids recognize that YouTube is being produced. Alrighty. Yeah, we're in some sort of park, but we're heading in the right direction because I see the old buildings popping up in my line of sight. Let's keep going. Nuremburg Altstadt. This looks like an area where they have outdoor, what would you say, events. And here's our first jaunt into the Altstadt. We can walk down this way, but this looks like the more direct path into the city. Look at this. That's really nice. People sitting by the river. It's a good spot. These windows coming out over. The new mixed with the old. It's like a new Cineplex here. And then you see the Fachwerk in the back. Look at these locks right here. Instead of putting them on the bridge, they put them right there. Okay, this is where we are. So I think this is like the Altstadt area. And I think we're right here. Alrighty. Right or left, right or left. We got O'Shea's Irish pub to the right. Or we can go this way. This building. I kind of want to go down this way because it looks older. I always follow the line of what looks the oldest. We have Deutsche Post in the building. And we're gonna head down Westpenest Street. Nice coffee spot right there. Por favor. I like this window right here coming out with the flowers. That's pretty cool. Rock stones. Usually this will designate if you're in the old part of town. That's a nice little bar right there. Seats by the river. This goes down there, but it's blocked off. Oh man, there's a lot here. The street goes all the way up. Let's walk along the river here. Look at this. Finca and Barcelona. Barcelona. I like that. I didn't get it until just now. Barcelona. Good views right here. we can just keep going across this way. Looks like either a hotel or apartments right there. That's a good spot. And on we go. I like the river. You know, the river vibes are always good. And we're walking towards the next bridge. Looks like there's a market on that bridge. You can see some tents. Check these out. Up through this tunnel. Underneath the scaffolding. There's a divide in the river right here. You can hear the trees rustling. It's that time of year. Deutschland im Autumn. Okay, nice. Okay, we're coming out on a main street right here. Very nice. Ah, look at this. Fruits and vegetables on the river. Let's at least walk down here and then maybe back. But I can go back on that other bridge. This looks like it's in Latin. It's got the Roman influence, especially on the bridges too. Looks like something you'd see in Venice. Venezia. Flowers. Fruit. Ah, look at this. Südtiroler Speckstand. Selling meats. Salami. That looks good actually. Das hier ist die Altstadt. This is a crazy statue right there. The church is that way. Actually. What's up, guys? I can see you in the reflection. Ah, and here's the more. It's a little bit windy, so the audio might be off, but don't mind that. Check out the views. This looks like a main marktplatz with a Gothic cathedral right in the view of the other Gothic cathedral. And then the main Gothic cathedral is behind me. So let's check it out. All of them. And I'd be curious to know what that is, that structure in the middle. I see those in a few German cities. Okay, this says Bitte benutzen Sie die Seiteneingange rechts und links. Okay, so we got left and right. And look right here, a Lebkuchen stand. When the Lebkuchen is out, you know that it's almost time for the Weihnachtsmarkt. And I heard that Nuremberg has one of the best Weihnachtsmarkt in die Welt. I think we can go in this door. Let's see. Yeah, you can. Dankeschön. Look at this place. Braun Mehrheit. Yeah, let's walk in this direction here. Right in the middle of the square. Guys working on the underground, and this seems to be a tourist attraction. What is this exactly? I'll be curious to know. It's obviously religious. You got the saints on there. It's a fountain too. East wind. Look at this coffee bike, that looks nice. So this, I believe, is the center of the Altstadt area. Rathausplatz, that's the name of it. Bratwursthaus, that's cool. Let's walk around this way. Because this side of the church you can see a lot. And based on what I see, it seems like there's a lot of Roman and Austrian influence here. Catholic influence too. There's that Wursthaus. Looks like a nice spot to chill. Main Street. And there's actually a castle up on the hill too. It has similar feelings as Stuttgart, at least near the Königsplatz, like the main area, but it's on a hill, so it's a conglomeration of many European cities, especially being so big. Nuremberg is a big one. Got some tourists there. This is a nice church. I actually went in here earlier with no camera. Tall ceilings, Gothic, very similar to the one I saw yesterday at Regensburg. The Grim Reaper right there. Brücken. Hallo. Looks like an arc. Let's go up here. Check out the design on this window here. I saw it earlier, but you can see the face of this figure is like knocked off. I don't know if that was done intentionally. And It almost looks like it is because everyone else's face is there. Okay, built between 1361 and 1379. So many streets to check out, man. But we're gonna walk directly up to the old castle. If we keep going up here, we'll be there in 5 minutes. The statue is of Albrecht Dürer. And I don't know who he is. Go up this way. Altstadt Apotheke zum Dürerhaus, okay. Colors on these vines. It's a sign of the times. Winter's coming. Alright, this looks like a popular spot. At least for tourists. Very nice. Got these old Fachwerk houses next to the castle wall here. And then that's the castle on the hill, I believe. Look at this rabbit. And there's like towers that go all the way down there. Maybe I should start on this side. Oh, nice. We're going through a tunnel. Yeah, so this definitely was a fortified castle at one point. Oh, we walked through already. That tunnel led us to the other side, but I'd like to get up here. I see the eagles that I think represent Austrian Empire. So let's continue on. maybe go to the right or the left. Those walls are thick. Like, look at these walls. Those things are thick. Defense walls. And then now we're on the back side of the Altstadt, where a lot of modern day activity is happening. Businesses and apartments. Let's keep going up this backside, maybe we can get there to the top. And this looks like another area for a moat, maybe back in the day, but now there's gardens there. People built their own gardens. So we're on kind of a hill that slopes down to the neighborhoods. Skip ahead 5 minutes. Maybe we'll be there. Yeah, we're almost there. It looks like we're entering castle grounds again. Beer garden right here. Gaststube und historischer Biergarten. Right here, yeah, that definitely looks like it used to be for a moat. They'd fill it up with water to protect. Dang, bro, these are crazy. This is probably the most traditional castle that I visited in Germany so far. What are we gonna find? Maybe like a little village. German flag, let's go, love to see it. This looks like a view of the city here. Lots of people looking over. Castle Tower. Ooh, yes, good view, good view. And das hier ist Nuremburg. We came from around that direction. I kind of walked through this way and then up through and around to here. But now we're gonna have to, now that I can see where I am a little better, we're gonna have to definitely go this way. Or maybe we were already there. Yeah, I think that's the church I actually visited. So we're gonna have to make our way to the bigger one. Das ist Kaiserburg und Burg Grafenberg. Nice, like a little city inside the castle walls for the king and his family and nobles. Oh, and they have they still have little shops open. Or they remade them into shops. Like, look at this. Little coffee and cooking shop. That's nice. I kind of want to look inside. Yeah, there's a little restaurant in there. Nice, this is cool. Imagine living here, dude, during the time of during the medieval period. You just had like a role here. Like king's courier or chef. Interesting.
donde se ubicaban los cimientos del emperador cuando visitaba el edificio. Y todo esto es la capilla 2. También todo esto es original.
1562.
Y de fondo, acá de fondo ya tenemos el último patio del castillo. Esto ya se visita con entrada. Y a la izquierda es el palace, que de ahí viene la palabra palacio, o sea, que visitaba el emperador.
This is really nice. Okay, let's head back down this way. Seems to be the date of this castle being built. Stone, bro. To the city. A little beer garden there. Okay, let's go down. Look at these rocks. So it was like built directly on the rocks. Crazy. Is this the way we came up? No, I think this is the other side. So we can check that out. Let's go this way, it's the right. So as always on these tours, you can see it. If you want to come back, you're going to have to explore every alley or the alleys that I missed on your own. Here we go. There's the castle there. Is that making war? I'm not sure, but they look like they're building swords right there on the side. Alright. Links. Oder rechts. Oder? Get out of the house. That's where we're going. Straight down here. Lots of Fachwerk here. Okay, we were here. When you come down into an area from a different perspective, sometimes you don't remember. So we were here, I believe we walked up that way. So we're gonna try to find the bigger church now. No, I walked to the left, that's what it was. Crazy how when you see things from different perspective, you don't recognize it. So that's why it's always good to see things from a different perspective. I hope I can bring that to you with these videos, because I'm only one guy and I have a unique perspective, just like all of us do. Let's go. Let's go. Hotel right here in this little nook. Looks like a nice one too. There's the castle wall this way. Maybe we can go this way. Passing the Berg Hotel, walking towards the wall. Schönheitsstube. Was meinst du an der Berg? So like a restaurant. Stube on the castle. Check that out. That's a big, thick tower. I'm thinking this is where the archers would sit, you know? The knights. It is crazy, is it not? That this is just standing in the middle of a city that's built pretty new, in a newer style. And you got big trucks coming through where horses used to ride. Crazy. Alright, let's walk along this Neutamauer. Alright, this is where the tour started. On the other side was another wall, just like this one. So I'm thinking that this city was entirely encapsulated by a thick wall like this with the castle on the hill. See, that's crazy. I would have liked to at least know what that experience would have been like to live within a fortified city. Because it looks interesting. Maybe the times weren't good, but dang, a lot of interesting things happened. And if you were there before cell phones, you got to see it with your eyes or read it in a book. I like that idea. Look at this. A secret passageway. Out to the streets. Streets of Nuremberg. It's like a little garden there. Alright, let's keep going. Let's try to find the main church. I think if we go this way, we'll find it. So I'm up on one of these walls now, these thick walls. Here's the main castle. I walked a little further up on these big walls. This is what you would see if you were part of the royal court. Does anyone know about this castle? Was it Habsburg that was in charge? Because I don't know. But we got a nice view right here. Walls slant down. Here's the newer part of town. You got trams, cars. And this looks like a little garden for the royal court of Nuremberg. So let's walk back down. Oh, look at this. This is left open. Okay, so we're back. So we're back where we were before, on the outside of the wall. On the other side, where I walked up, it was a garden all the way down. So place to check out. Now instead of going right, we're gonna go left or straight. Straight on down here. That's where we walked up. Along the side is the garden, and then the little circular part that we were looking over was there. And now we can walk back down to street level. Across the street right here. Back to the river that we crossed earlier. This is part of the same castle structure. It's built from the same stones. You can see. Really cool. This is the Marktbrücke. Check out this view. This is nice where the river divides. Arch bridge. Medieval castle next to the Fachwerk. And the city's built up over there. That's a really cool view. Let's go on this bridge, it looks cool. Nice. Nice restaurant right here in the middle on the island. What's up, yo? This is nice. Cafe on the island. Another cafe. I love those spots. Right on the river.
Angela.
Let's go up this alley, Kandengassen. A pillar right there. It's pretty cool. Walking back towards the main road here. We can go this way. This little walkway. This looks like a main street right here. This is like, oh, there it is. What we've been looking for. Look at that church right there. Right next to Starbucks. That's the craziest sight every time when I see Starbucks next to this, H&M next to this. But that looks like a mix of Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris and yeah, it's a big Gothic rose glass stained window right there. We're going inside those gates. Fresh pastries, fresh fruit and vegetables, some candy, Dubai chocolate. Ooh, that stuff is good. I was in Turkey one time and I had Turkish delight. I was saying I was in Turkey one time, I had Turkish delight. Ooh, delicious. Is it open? It's gotta be open. Cheese, ooh, that looks good. Big käse. I don't see people going in that way though. So let's try the side door. Falafel, Nürnberger Rostbratwurst. Nice. Okay, here we go. Side entrance.
Mit Stativ dürfen Sie hier nicht fotografieren. Hallo? No photo with Stativ. Only with hand.
Video?
Ja, no.
Only with hand?
Yes, yes. Nicht mit Stativ.
Ah, okay.
Okay?
So I can't use the gimbal, but I can walk around with my camera like this, so. This is very similar to the one in the Altstadt, but there's a lot more light in this one, and I like that. You can see more, it makes it a little bit more cheery, like positive vibes, you know. The other one was like very medieval and dark in there, which is a good vibe sometimes, but I like the light right now. I think this is a staircase leading up to the place where the person plays the organ up there. You can see a walkway that goes all the way around. That's pretty crazy. There's another organ there, but I'm thinking that's a spiral staircase all the way up. That'd be crazy. If you were the organ player, director of music in a big church like this, perfect acoustics, that'd be a good situation if you like music. Put it back on here. Dankeschön. That gets the light, the full light. After having the gimbal for a few weeks, not having the gimbal, you can totally tell. So everybody that commented on my videos all the way back from 2017 that was saying, it's shaking so much, you know, like my brain can't take it. I didn't see it, but now after having the gimbal, I totally agree. The gimbal is a much better viewer situation, and I like it a lot better now too. So I'm happy that I got it. I'm happy that the comments pushed me so hard to get it. Look at this view against the blue sky. Oh, it's a nice church. And I've been visiting so many German towns that every time I go to one, I sometimes forget what city I'm in. But this is Nuremberg. Beautiful nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? Lots of history, lots of shared history between these cities as well. Okay, I saw people coming out from the underground, so I want to check out what the Nuremberg underground looks like. U-bahn, Lorenkirche. You hear it? You can hear it. Is it like Stuttgart? Let's just see it. I love public transportation. Well, buses not so much, but I love the U-bahns. I love the U-bahns because you can go anywhere. So let's just see what it's like in the Nuremberg one. Let's go. Wow. They got some designs on the wall here. Should we take it? Lorenkirche. This is the U-bahn. I want to wait until a train comes because I think it's artistic when a train comes through the... Is it artistic? Yeah, it is. It's cool. Let's check it out. Here they come. fährt auf Gleis 2. Should we get on? I don't know, it's pretty dang packed. But this is just for your view. This is what it looks like in Nuremberg. Let's watch it leave too, just because. That was dope, right? Love that. Alright, back up to the main square. And we'll keep walking for a little bit more. I always thought it would be really cool to do u-bahn tours of cities where you just go and get off on every stop and film a little bit, then get back on. Because that would give you the real long version, but full context version of a city. It's down there. It's up here. Alright. Let's go back. Königstraße. It's also a very popular street name in German cities. Königstraße, Fischergasse, Marienplatz. I think every German city over a population of 500,000 has those streets, almost guaranteed. Alright, now we're back. If you know the orientation, the church is behind us, right there. Let's walk a little bit further down this main street, see what else we see. Well, maybe let's go. Okay, we got the Oktoberfest tents out, but those are gonna morph into the Weihnachtsmarkt, like I said. Bratwurst. Nice outdoor restaurant there. Buildings have a lot of the same stone. You can see the rose-colored stone. Another church right here. Walking towards another thick tower right there. So that makes me confirm my belief that this city was fully encapsulated in a wall at one point. It's a doner kebab. check out this wall, this tower. So we were all the way down that way on the hill, and then the wall goes around, I think, and connects to this tower. And the tour started on that side, so I believe the wall connects completely, or at least it did in the old days. The old days, back in the 1500s, 1600s. Look at that big old thing right there. And there's a pathway underneath the road. There's the wall, the same wall. And let's walk through it because it looks like a little town over here. Look at this spot. This is dope. Really nice. It feels like a little town. Enjoying a beer and a bratwurst. Another spot to do that there. And here's the wall.
Oops. Oh, Entschuldigung.
Entschuldigung. This is really cool. Little restaurant in here. Hello. Good spot. So it's like between two walls. There's a wall here, and then there's a wall there. And then all of this stuff is kind of like right in the middle. Little shops and restaurants. Yeah, this is really nice. And then that goes all the way down through to the tower there. You can also walk out on this side here. The Frauentor. That's what it says it is. Frauentor. See that sign right there? And then here's the moat again. Made it into a walkway. People can hang out. Dang, okay. Yeah, okay, I'm almost 100% convinced that the Altstadt of Nuremberg is basically completely encapsulated in this wall right here that used to have a moat with the castle in the center. Definitely worth checking out. The tour is gonna come to an end soon. Right here at the Bahnhof is a beautiful looking Bahnhof. Maybe we'll walk into Bahnhof, see that a little bit, but then that's gonna be it for the old Nuremberg walking tour. Really cool. Really cool. Let's check out the Deutschbahn now. We're out on the main street again. Cars coming. You gotta push this. Signal kommt. And yeah, we started the tour over here. Walked right in the middle to the castle. You saw the other side. Then we walked right down the middle, popped out right here. But this goes all the way around. It's got to have. Now let's walk into the Hauptbahnhof and check it out, because most Hauptbahnhofs, at least in major cities like Frankfurt, are beautiful, and this one already looks good from the outside, so let's check it out. Alright, it's time to go. I waited too long, it turned red, but still got time. Buses, got the trains. A lot of activity here. Let's walk right in the middle and see what's up. This is Nuremberg Hauptbahnhof. It's like a mall in here. They got Reva. They got banks. Oh, it does not look like, I was expecting it to be like the Frankfurt one. where you come in and there's high ceilings and a bunch of trains, but it feels like a mall, like an airport. Dang, what the heck? This is kind of crazy. Burger King? Dude, what? Got like an Italian salami and cheese place right here. But maybe the Hauptbahnhof is back here. I see everybody walking this direction. There's people going down. You can go up to the second level. You can go down that way. Here's the directions you can go. There's a coffee shop there, KFC. Alright, where are the trains at? Maybe they're up here. Let's go a little further into it though. A little deeper in. Check this one out. Okay, here's a spot. Okay, so they're facing perpendicular to the Hauptbahnhof. There's the front. And the trains, I think, are stacked like this. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's how it is. Alright, now we're going against the crowd. Alright. Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof is still my favorite in Germany so far that I've seen. I haven't seen many, but I like when you walk in and it's like a emporium or like a museum. This one is pretty similar to other cities like Karlsruhe or even Stuttgart. I like Stuttgart too. I like when the trains come in and it's like they're all sitting parallel where you can see them side by side. That's what I like. So this one's pretty normal. But the city, the altstadt of Nuremberg, super dope. Thank you for watching the tour. Let's just keep going. I'm gonna walk back to my car. We can see the rest of the city from the perspective of outside the altstadt, okay? Los geht's. Bookstore. Let's go out this way to the right. See the cheese. You can buy big wheels of cheese. That smells really good. Salty cheese. And bread. McDonald's to the right. Istanbul Dune next to McDonald's. McCafe. Yeah, dang, it's like a mall in here. Dean and David. And then you can go down. Maybe that'll be, I think this is U-bahn. Yeah, that's U-bahn. So let's go this way. Okay. There's obviously a lot more to see. A lot more to see in this city. So I'm gonna have to cut this, and if I see another part of this city, I'll post that, but this is done for now for the altstadt because I want to turn the camera off and kind of like walk fast to the car so I can drive to a different location. Thanks for watching. Boom, baby, let's go. Alright, I'm still in Nuremberg, and for context, This is the home of FC Nuremberg, the football stadium. Right there. This here is the Zeppelin Field, which was an old rally ground for the party that must not be named, but it's an interesting historical place to visit. And what's very interesting is back in 2017, I came here and they have Nürburgring, I believe, for DTM, which is like a car race, and they have it right in the middle of this old ground. And they also have an American football stadium inside the old ground. So basically I wanted to go see it, but I have my camera, so I'll show you guys as well. And that's just for context. If you're ever in Nuremberg and you know where the football stadium is, you know where the Zeppelin Field is. But we're gonna walk up and see this historical artifact that is still here and in use for other things, sporting events now. So let's check it out. I was here in I think it was 2018 that I was here. No, it was 2017. Let's check it out. This is what it looks like today. This is like the outside. And then this is like the back section. So they have these fences for DTM because DTM is raced all up and down here. But let's go check this out. They also have a motorcycle school, and as you can see, football, soccer stadium, and American football stadium. So over there, in that part of the stands, you can see they have like goalposts and stuff, but this is the most famous part. Lots of pictures and photos of what this used to be, like a big rally area. These are all stands as well, all the way around, and this is like the main podium right there where there's some people standing. So let's go walk up here and then around, and you can see a better idea, see it from a different perspective. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the lines from where the DTM cars start. I actually have an old video on my channel that I could put here of where I raced around. I was in a DTM car. But that's not the point of this video. This video is just to see what it looks like in a longer form video. Zeppelin Tribune. We're walking up. So let's go up to the top right so you can see it. And they have some historical things. Look at this. Zeppelin Field sample areas for structural safeguarding. The Zeppelin Field, by its name, is a reminder of the landing of an airship there in 1909. It was already used as a sports field in the 1920s. Okay. So it was already used for sports. Starting in 1934, the National Socialists developed the area to its present form. A rampart-like earth construction with 34 towers encompasses the field from 3 sides. The towers house toilets for party rally participants. The overall ensemble was to create an impression of a secure fortress. After 1945 and the end of the National Socialist regime, the U.S. Army again used the Zeppelin Field as a sports field. In 1995, it handed back the field to the city of Nuremberg. Since then, the lawn sports fields there have been rented out to football or American football clubs. Various major concerts are also staged on the field, as well as the music festival Rock Impact. So this is the view from up here. Pretty interesting. Okay, you can read this too. The Zeppelin Grandstand, completed between 34 and 38, is the only building on the former Nazi Party rally grounds which was planned, built and used during the National Socialist era and has largely survived to this day. Since 73, the buildings in the former Nazi Party rally grounds have been listed. They are to be preserved in their present state as a learning location for future generations and for democratic appropriation. In the last few years, the city of Nuremberg has had to block off many areas around the Zeppelin grandstand since access has become dangerous due to falling masonry and unsafe steps. The main reason for the damage are rush construction and rainwater seeping in after a gallery of pillars was blasted away in '67. So there's more information all up and down here that you can read. So I think it's good. I mean, every single country has things that they keep from history just so you remember history, because you got to remember history so that certain things that happened in it don't happen again. Because if you don't have that memory, you're not going to know what to, I guess, defend against. Look at, here's the stadium, soccer stadium over there. It's a better view. Some people doing their motorcycle lessons. And let's walk to the main grandstand. Clouds are looking good today. Just gonna walk up here just to see it, because we're already in the city of Nuremberg. Let's go up this way, and then from the back side we can show you what it looks like. So now I'm like right in the middle of the grandstand. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the middle right here with some big doors. And this is what it looks like from like the middle platform. That's crazy, bro. Couldn't imagine like 100,000 people out there. I think this is like the exact place where Adolf stood and like gave his speeches, and then people would walk and parade across. I'm gonna go up on here, just see it. Zeppelin Field. And it has a lot of information in German and English as well. What it used to look like, with lights all around. This is where we were just standing in the middle. And then, yeah, the insignia up there was blown up at one point. It stood right in the middle, as you can see. Here's a picture of all the people gathered. Hitler right here. And it's crazy to think that like that was alive right here less than 100 years ago, you know? Here's some more stands this way. And then I believe, let's go walk over here. There's a river over in this way. I believe across the river is where they had the trials, the Nuremberg trials. Alright, yeah, let's keep walking this way so we can get more context of where we are in the city. I'm gonna jump over this fence. It's huge. I mean, there's a football field, American football field in the middle of there, and you could probably fit 10 of those, just like copy and pasted. 5 this way and 5 that way, probably. And there's a river out in this way. Let's go walk to the river. Yes, they have informational plaques everywhere. You can read them all if you'd like to. This one, there's a picture of a Zeppelin right there. After the landing of one of Count Zeppelin's airships in 1909, the area on the southeast bank of Dutzentisch Lake acquired the name Zeppelin Field. In the 1920s, the city of Nuremberg created an expensive sports and leisure park there. It included the municipal stadium, the stadium baths, allotments, green spaces, and public sports grounds. And that's what it looked like from the air when it was all like mowed and taken care of, I guess. Because right now there's a lot of overgrowth on both sides. This stand is still there because the American football field is like right here. And there's a couple soccer fields, and we just walked. I parked my car right here. We walked this way up to the right and across and then down, and now we're like right here. It's crazy to see it in person, especially something that you see in photos only, you know? And here's the lake right here. It's a nice day for boating. Look at these guys boating, sailboating. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful time of day. Sun's out, lake is still. I believe right there, I think this is a historic center as well. I heard from somewhere that that's where they did the Nuremberg trials after the war. So, for the context, it's right next to the field. Field is here. Not sure exactly what that building is, but there's a large park with walking paths as well. People walking up and down here, biking up and down here. Yeah, that's it. Short video. Yeah, on my channel. If there's something I'm interested in and I want to go check it out, I'll go check it out, film a little bit, and just give you the visual context. If you'd like to know more, you can obviously Google it. Zeppelin Field, Nuremberg, Germany, Nuremberg trials. There'll be plenty of information online about all that stuff. This is just a small part of my channel. Got a lot more videos, gonna go a lot more places and make a lot more videos, so thanks for watching. Boom baby, let's go. All right. Alright, y'all. Guten Morgen. I'm in Amsterdam and I'm currently outside the city. Pretty far outside the city because the parking situation in downtown is a little bit hectic. As far as getting through the streets, that's hectic, but then also purchasing parking for a day is like 30, 40, almost 50 euros depending on where you are. So I drove outside of the city, outside of like the main canal half circle, and I'm out here like in a housing complex where a lot of people are commuting to work. So I'm gonna wait for the train and we're gonna take it downtown to the central station and show you Amsterdam. It's a beautiful day to do it. No clouds in the sky. You see the blues? It's a crisp morning here. And when the train comes, I'm gonna hop on and then show you all the stuff that I can show you. Boom baby, let's go. So I'm waiting for the train to come here. And then we're gonna make our way in that direction to the center of the city. Here it comes. See, I don't know how you get on. I think you just go on like a normal train. Oh. I missed that one. So now I gotta wait 8 minutes for the next one. You live and you learn. Damn.